Hello you guys, welcome back. So this is going to be a collective reading. Just trying to see what the main focus is for the collective right now. Like, what's on the minds of the collective? What is the collective worried about right now? Okay. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna take them. We got smoke and mirrors, misleading and embellishing. Okay. So we have a lot of the collective members going through this right now. Smoke and mirrors, being misled, people lying on the collective, scare tactics, arousing fear and alarm. So not only are they lying on the collective, but they out here trying to scare the collective, trying to put fear in the hearts of the collective, trying to bring the vibration down of the collective. Cursing themselves, bad decision and regret, wanting to reach out. So not only that, but you got people cursing themselves with the bad decisions that they making. So just remember, if you feel like you're in a bad situation, don't put the blame on the person that you with. You're the one that's choosing to stay. Okay? Wanting to reach out. So we got, and in some cases, that may be the collective, but in other cases, the collective may be dealing with someone who's cursing themselves, making bad decisions that cause them to be separated from the collective, and now they want to come back into the graces, the good graces of the collective, because they heartbroken, feeling guilty and apologetic, willing to reach out. Okay, so yeah, so we got somebody who was lying, trying to put fear in the collective, making bad decisions that caused them to separate, but now they want to come back and apologize because they feel guilty for being a tyrant, being cruel and oppressive to the collective. All right, what do we have? The tender swindler. Fake it until they run up your credit cards, con artists, and scammers. Oh, Lord, collective, y'all dealing with scammers too. Tender swindlers. People who date you for money. Beware. There are people out there like that. And you see, this is a good-looking man. See, he dressed nice, all that. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. There's some gold diggers out here. Gold digging men and women. What else is going on? I want to oppress the collective. Scare them. See, if a person can put fear in your heart, then they can have a level of control over you, see. So that's why people want to put fear in your heart, because they want to control you. Copying. Unoriginal and super basic. Come on now. Collective, you got copycats out there. You got people trying to jock your style. You got people trying to copy your work ethic. You got people just trying to do a little. See, they got the computer. They got people trying to copy people's music. Like, people, they just doing the most right now. Look at all this. Like, they even copying what they drink. Okay, 72 may be significant for somebody. Okay, or that could be July 2nd, 72, 27. Somebody may be 27 years old, a 27-year-old copycat. Mechanical, thinking logically and without emotion. Okay. We got 22. February the 2nd, Aquarius energy. Mechanical thinking, logically, and without emotion. So sometimes it will cause for you guys to use your common sense, because sometimes it may seem like everything is feeling good and but that sometimes it's just for a time. Like, it's not a consistent thing. So you have to make sure that you're not lying to yourself, and let alone make sure you're not letting anybody else's lies persuade you, okay? And then also, you got people creating the smoke and mirrors. That's also what I'm getting. So you have some people who will sit there and ponder and think up a strong lie to tell, just so they can scare somebody, or, you know, cause a person to fear. And it's not necessarily like a fear of aggression. Like, it could be the fear of losing somebody, you know, especially if you know you with somebody who's a loving person, affectionate person, loyal person. And if they feel like y'all got some good going on, they're not going to lose you. But if you got ulterior motives, okay, if you got ulterior motives, then you could easily fool somebody, especially if you pretending to be a certain way, but it's not gonna last. So eventually it'll be seen. So once you realize that you've been bamboozled, collective, don't hang on, get out of there. Once you realize you've been bamboozled, get out of there, okay? Because it's only gonna go down from there. Salty, bitter, angry, and agitated, jealous, and resentful. See, that's what can happen. You can become resentful. You can become salty, jealous, you know, if you stay in a situation that you don't want to be in. Extraterrestrial, out of this world, nothing like they have ever seen before. Come on, collective. Come on. See, this is the energy we hold. Extraterrestrial energy. Nothing like they've ever seen before. And then sometimes, because you appear to be so out of their league, so to speak, a lot of times people will try to down you. They will try to oppress you and bring fear to you and tell you lies to break your heart and stuff like that, just so they can feel like they can get one up on you, okay? What else do you have for the collective? What else for the collective, Holy Spirit? Full of air. Says a lot while saying nothing at all. Look at that. Says a lot without saying nothing at all. That's pretty self-explanatory. I'm really getting like a BSer. Okay, don't be fooled by all the hot air that somebody blowing out their mouth if they don't have actions to follow. Actions speak louder than words. Okay, we got cult, strange and sinister, twisted beliefs. See, this is what we dealing with. This is what's on our minds. We dealing with dark, wicked people. Okay, twisted beliefs. And some people don't even have a conscience about some of the stuff that they do. Their only objective is to oppress you so they can gain control over you. All right. This one want to come out too. Diva, difficult to please, better than thou attitude, shallow and superficial. Okay. Sometimes the men that we deal with, they act like divas. I must say, some of these men act like divas. They act like they better than you. They're like anything you can do for them. They shallow. They going around, sleeping around just because, you know, they feeling themselves. Okay? But this also could be y'all's attitude. Take it as it resonates. What else for the collective? What else is on the minds of the collective at this time? What else is on the minds of the collective, Holy Spirit? Can I get one more? For this row? One more for this row. Emotional drama queen. Fakes for attention. Makes a big deal out of nothing. And that could go either way. That could be the man or the woman. 10 is significant. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of 10s, Emotional drama queen. Fakes for attention. So you do have people that will come to you with these sob stories, embellishing with smoke and mirrors, coming with the lies and the foolery, just to try and oppress you. Okay? Just to try and oppress you. I mean, they come, I've had people come to me like, oh, they about to kill themselves. They gonna kill themselves if this. They gonna kill themselves if that. The blah, 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 blues and blue. Like, doing the most, right? And, you know, at first, because the collective have such a loving, caring heart, of course we're gonna try to help. Because that's in our nature to help, especially if somebody is in crisis. But once you realize that they only pull that card when it's convenient for them in a situation, yeah, then that's just what it is. It's convenient for them in the moment, and it's not really like a real thing. So you have to use your discernment once again, because they will create some things. They will create things, or they'll use any type of ailment or any type of condition, whatever that is, they will use that. They will use that to get what they want. So you have to be careful of the tender swindlers, because the tender swindlers are crooks and liars and some thieves. Definitely scam artists. Ooh, right on the bottom. Love bomb. Manipulated love potion number 9. Grand gestures to manipulate. I think the collective has had a fair share of these love bombers. You got your ones that come in all strong. Oh, I love you. Like, wait, how do you love me? Like, it's only been like 2 days. Like, what do you mean you love me? You don't even know me. How can you love me and you don't know me? So yeah, I had to learn my lesson, because I definitely was the type to just fall so easily for people just because, you know, what they telling me. But once again, I had to take my own advice. It's not always about what they say, but it's definitely about what they do. Okay? Ooh. Collective, you're dealing with a lot. Leech. Clout chaser. Seeks fame after own self-interest. Poser. Phoning to get one's way. So, and this is pretty much exactly what I was just talking about. Okay? They will pretend. They will lie. They will use whatever they can just to gain the upper hand over you. Okay? But all in all, at the end of the day, they just leeching. And we got 8-2. So that could be significant. August the 2nd, 28 years old, 82 years old. Hey. So we dealing with some leeches, y'all. So we got to make sure that we are on high alert at all times. Make sure we're paying attention to the words and how the words are being said. We're making sure we're paying attention to the little inflections and such and such. We're making sure we're paying attention. I know you hear a dog barking in the distance, but it's a K9 unit over there. So I don't know if they're doing some training or what, but yeah. Anywho. Ooh. Exposed. Truth revealed. Uncovering. Okay. So once we start to wisen up and once we start paying attention to people's actions, as well as their words, then they start to expose themselves for who they really are. Then you start to see a person for who they really are. Okay? And you see that this person has a fixed mindset. It's nothing I can do with this. They already got their mind made up about what they want, how they want, when they want. So my say ain't gonna matter. My feelings ain't gonna matter because they already made up about everything. They got their mind made up about everything. They don't need my opinion or my energy since they got it so figured out, right? Because we don't need no inconsistencies. We need consistency. No hot and cold, extreme inconsistency, roller coaster ride of emotion. Nobody wants to be on an emotional roller coaster. Nobody wants to be on an emotional roller coaster. Can I get 2 more for the collector? Oh, I see one peeking out. Love affair, intense and unlikely, out of the blue. Okay. Intense and unlikely, out of the blue. So a love affair, see, this is the energy I was talking about when sometimes they come in hot, like they just head over heels and mountains and oceans for you. But really, all they doing is this. Love bombing you, okay? So they can hit you with the smoke and mirrors. So they can leech off you. Because they're a whole scam out here. Yes, yes, yes. So be careful. Stay on the watch. Stay alert. Look out for the love bombers. Ooh, my ear ringing. Out of the blue. And then especially like you've been with somebody for a minute and then y'all been kicking it. It ain't really been doing too much. You know, it don't really seem like it's like anything major, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they just expressing all this love for you, or, you know, they being so affectionate, da 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 da, and then the next thing you know, they cold again. Like, nah, we ain't doing that hot cold thing, baby. You gonna be consistent, or you gonna be on your merry way. The collective does not deal with inconsistencies, okay? Consistency only. What else do you have? Ego, too big to fail. Narcissist, self-important, strong sense of self. Look at that. Got a big ego, such a huge ego. Baby, let that ego go. Let that ego go. It's crazy. Like, I've experienced people with such big egos that it ultimately led to their downfall, because when your ego is so puffed up, okay, it kind of puts you in a kind of like a diluted mind state, honestly, if we being 100. And because you in this diluted mind state, when other people try to talk to you about maybe a behavior that you displaying, or a circumstance or situation that they don't agree with, they can't tell you nothing. Nobody can tell you nothing. You know everything. So nobody can tell you anything, but it puts you in that narcissist energy. That's what it does. When you have a big ego like that, pretty much it makes you a narcissist. Nobody can tell you nothing. And then when people come to you with the receipts, oh, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. So that's when that narcissism kick in. And you try to throw it back at them. So don't ever think you too big for life, okay? Because it all falls down in the end. The bigger it get, the harder it pop, okay? And the most stuff it affect. All right. We'll get one more. Controlling. The toxic key to your mind watches your every move. Look at that. A person will definitely use control tactics. So once again, get you in the mindset they want to have you in so they can leech off of you. Okay? And then with this right here, if a person has strange and sinister twisted beliefs and they controlling too, that right there, that's what leads to those dark moments where, you know, a woman ends up getting beat on, or, you know, or other things like that. So you definitely be aware of who you're around. Be aware. When you see the red flags, do not ignore the red flags. Okay? Because at the end of the day, when a person comes to you with the smoke in the mirrors, you know, and the scare tactics, trying to put fear in your heart, whether it's losing them or losing life or being harmed in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and trying to oppress you, it's all for control. This whole thing is about controlling somebody. Controlling somebody just so they can oppress them enough to leech off of them. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Controlling somebody else. They mind, they heart, they finances, they material possessions, all the way around. All right. Now let's see what the truth oracle has to say. All right. So, truth oracle, what is it that you have to say regarding this matter with the collective and these tender swindlers, these pretenders? What do you have to say about these pretenders? Can I get one? You gonna give me one? No? Anything? Hidden truth, hidden things, secret, treasure, tip of the iceberg. So all in all, it's basically saying, before you get too deep, make sure you do the work to see what's beneath the surface of a person. Because everybody hiding something. But it's up to you to seek out that truth. So you're not, you know, dealing with an illusion, okay? Think of an iceberg. An iceberg just looks like a little piece of ice in the ocean. But if you go and you think you finna just ride around it or just push it on out of the way. No. It's a whole mountain of ice underneath that iceberg, okay? That you had no idea existed. And it can hurt you. It can wreck everything. So a lot of times it's the stuff that you don't know, it's the stuff that you don't see that cause you to fall victim to being leached off of, lied to, hurt, those kinds of things. So definitely make sure you do your self due diligence and figure out who a person is underneath the surface. Not just on the surface, but underneath the surface as well. And we're gonna pull an intention card just to see, like, talk to us. Like, so what is their intention with us overall? There it is. Chaos. So a person with that type of mindset, a person that's coming with that kind of energy, this is where it's gonna end up. It's gonna end up in chaos. It's not my fault. I'm a magnet for trouble. Chaos follow me wherever I go. And that's what they say too. And the first line just lets you know that this is a person that's not going to take blame or accountability for anything. They're going to hold you accountable for the things that they should be accountable for. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with people in that kind of mindset. The tender swindlers, okay? The scammers, the fakers, the people who are only there for monetary gain, the gold diggers. This is where it leads to. Chaos and confusion, and they have you lost in the sauce, and then you got to do all this healing just to get back where you were. But that's okay. The main thing is, if you have been a victim of this type of person or this type of behavior from a person, it's time to take time to yourself and do the healing so you can move on without these things lingering in the background. Okay? You want to have a clear mind, a clear conscience. You do not want to live in chaos. And that's all I have for you guys. One second, I'll show you my little unicorn, sending you guys out with love and light. Have a great day.